Intelligence comes in many forms: logical reasoning, emotional insight, creative thinking, and street smarts, to name a few. While everyone has unique strengths, astrology suggests that our zodiac signs may influence the way we think, learn, and solve problems. In this guide, we're ranking the zodiac signs from most to least intelligent, not to place anyone in a box, but to explore how each sign shines intellectually in its own way. Remember, every sign has its own brand of brilliance, so don't take it too personally if yours isn't topping the list. Let's get ranking. Number 1, Aquarius. Aquarius ranks number 1 for a reason. This sign is known for its sharp intellect, original thinking, and futuristic mindset. People born under Aquarius aren't just smart in a traditional sense, they're the thinkers who question the rules, challenge the status quo, and look for ways to improve the world around them. Ruled by Uranus, the planet of innovation and sudden insight, Aquarius often has a natural talent for science, technology, and abstract thought. They're curious about how things work, and they thrive in environments where they can explore new ideas or solve complex problems. However, their intelligence tends to be more analytical and idea-driven than emotional. Aquarians are known to be a bit detached or distant, not because they don't care, but because they prefer to approach life through a rational lens. They're more focused on big-picture thinking than on getting caught up in personal drama. In short, Aquarius represents a forward-thinking, mentally agile energy that values truth, progress, and innovation, making them one of the most intellectually gifted signs of the zodiac. Number 2, Virgo. Virgo earns its spot near the top of the intelligence list for good reason. This earth sign is known for its sharp attention to detail, strong analytical skills, and methodical approach to life. Virgos don't just absorb information, they process it, break it down, and apply it in practical, often brilliant ways. What sets Virgo apart is their mental precision. They tend to think critically and logically, often catching mistakes or inconsistencies others overlook. Whether it's solving a problem, organizing a system, or offering thoughtful advice, Virgo brings a clear-headed, focused energy that makes them incredibly reliable and intellectually capable. They also have a natural curiosity and a strong desire to improve, not just themselves, but everything around them. That perfectionist streak can sometimes come off as overly critical, but it usually comes from a genuine desire to see things done right. While they may not always flaunt their intelligence, Virgo's mind is constantly active, observing, learning, and fine-tuning. Their intelligence is practical, grounded, and highly effective, making them one of the most dependable minds of the zodiac. Number 3, Gemini. Gemini holds the third spot on this intelligence ranking, and it's well-earned. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, Gemini is known for having a sharp, quick-thinking mind. They process information rapidly, ask thoughtful questions, and can hold conversations on a wide variety of topics. What makes Gemini's intelligence stand out is their versatility. They're naturally curious and constantly learning, not just from books or formal education, but from everyday experiences and conversations. Overall, Gemini's intelligence is a mix of curiosity, adaptability, and strong communication skills, qualities that help them stand out in any intellectual crowd. Number 4, Scorpio. Scorpio's intelligence isn't loud or attention-seeking, it's the kind that operates beneath the surface, quietly observing, analyzing, and connecting the dots. This sign is known for its deep emotional insight and natural ability to read between the lines. When a Scorpio walks into a room, they're not just hearing what's being said, they're picking up on what isn't. What sets Scorpio apart is their strategic mindset. Whether it's navigating complex social dynamics or planning 5 steps ahead in any situation, Scorpios think with precision. Their intellect is sharp, but also layered with intuition, which makes them especially strong in fields where understanding human behavior is key. Scorpios also question everything. They're not ones to accept things at face value, they want to know the reasoning, the logic, and the motive. That need to dig deeper makes them independent thinkers who are always seeking truth, even when it's uncomfortable. In short, Scorpio's intelligence is intense, strategic, and emotionally perceptive. They might not always show their hand, but make no mistake, they're always thinking, always aware, and always one step ahead. Number 5, Capricorn. Capricorn lands at number 5 on the Zodiac intelligence scale, and honestly, that makes sense. This sign is known for its steady focus, patience, and well-structured approach to solving problems. Capricorn's intelligence isn't loud or showy, it's methodical, serious, and results-driven. Ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline and responsibility, Capricorns tend to be the kind of people who think long-term. Their mindset is built around progress, and they often excel in areas that require organization, planning, and critical thinking. What sets Capricorn apart is their ability to stay calm under pressure and make smart decisions when others might panic. They're naturally good at strategy, and they don't waste time on things that don't lead somewhere productive. Ambition plus intelligence? That's their formula. Number 6, Sagittarius. Sagittarius lands in the middle of the list, but don't take that as a sign of average intelligence. In fact, Sagittarians are known for their philosophical minds and love of learning. What sets them apart isn't just how much they know, but how deeply they think about the world around them. They're curious by nature and often drawn to exploring big ideas, whether it's about culture, history, science, or the meaning of life itself. Sagittarians thrive when they have the freedom to learn on their own terms. Traditional structures might bore them, but give them the space to explore, and they'll surprise you with the depth of their knowledge and insight. They're not necessarily the most detail-focused thinkers, but they excel at seeing the bigger picture. Sagittarius values truth and growth, and their intelligence shines through their open-mindedness, strong opinions, and thoughtful observations about life. Number 7, Libra. Libra finds itself right in the middle of the list, fitting for a sign known for balance, fairness, and perspective. While not necessarily the most analytical or intellectually intense, Libras bring a thoughtful, well-rounded kind of intelligence to the table. As an air sign, Libra is naturally curious, communicative, and socially aware. They excel in understanding people, spotting patterns in behavior, and finding solutions that keep the peace. Their strength lies in emotional intelligence, diplomacy, and the ability to look at all sides of a situation before making a decision. They may not obsess over deep science or crunch numbers like an Aquarius or Virgo might, but Libras have a sharp mind for strategy, presentation, and persuasion. They're the kind of people who can calmly talk their way through a conflict or help others see eye to eye, which takes more smarts than most realize. Overall, Libra's intelligence is subtle but steady. They think before they act, weigh the consequences, and often find answers that others miss by simply paying attention to nuance. Smart, composed, and fair, they're not flashy geniuses, but they're definitely not to be underestimated. Number 8, Leo. Leo may not be at the very top of this list, but don't mistake that for a lack of brainpower. Leos are intelligent in ways that often go beyond academics or technical knowledge. Their strength lies in emotional intelligence, confidence, and the ability to lead and inspire others. They're naturally charismatic and have a sharp instinct for reading people and situations. While they may not always enjoy sitting down for hours of quiet study, they excel when there's a challenge that requires quick thinking, decision-making, or creative problem-solving. Leos think on their feet and are great at making bold moves with confidence. Their intelligence shows most when they're in roles where they can take charge, express themselves, and bring ideas to life. Whether it's leading a team, performing, or taking initiative in a tough situation, Leo's smart strategic nature always finds a way to stand out. Number 9, Aries. Aries lands at number 9 on this list, which might surprise some, especially Aries themselves, who tend to see every ranking as a challenge to beat. While they may not always be recognized for traditional academic brilliance, Aries has a different kind of intelligence, fast thinking, action-oriented, and deeply instinctive. They're quick to respond, driven by strong gut feelings and an unshakable confidence in their choices. This can lead to impressive problem-solving in high-pressure situations, where overthinking just wastes time. However, their impulsive nature can sometimes work against them. Instead of analyzing all angles or considering long-term consequences, Aries might rush into something just to keep moving forward. In short, Aries may not always win the award for most cerebral, but their sharp instincts, confidence, and fearless approach to challenges show a bold and dynamic kind of smarts that's hard to ignore. Number 10, Taurus. Taurus lands at number 10 on the intelligence ranking, which might surprise some, but it actually makes sense when you look at how this sign approaches the world. Taurus isn't about flashy intellectual feats or abstract theories. Their intelligence is practical and grounded. They excel at using common sense, patience, and persistence to solve problems and get things done. People born under Taurus are known for their steady mindset and strong work ethic. They're not easily swayed by distractions or fads, preferring to focus on what's tangible and reliable. This steady, methodical approach means they often make wise decisions, especially when it comes to finances, relationships, and long-term goals. While they might not always be the quickest thinkers in a debate or the most experimental with new ideas, Taurus shows a deep kind of intelligence in their ability to stay calm under pressure and see things through to the end. Their strength lies in consistency and practical wisdom, qualities that often get overlooked but are incredibly valuable. Number 11, Cancer. Cancer ranks 11th on this list of zodiac signs by intelligence, which might come as a surprise to some. They aren't usually recognized for being the most analytical or logically sharp in the traditional sense. They excel in emotional intelligence. Cancers are highly intuitive and deeply empathetic. They can understand and sense what others are feeling without being told. This makes them great listeners and supportive friends. They remember important details about people and situations, which helps them navigate social dynamics skillfully. While they might not be the first to solve a complex math problem or debate a scientific theory, Cancers use their emotional insight to make thoughtful decisions and build strong relationships. Their creativity and imagination also add to their intelligence, especially in areas like art, writing, or anything that involves emotional expression. So, while Cancer might not top the list for traditional intellectual skills, their strength lies in understanding people and emotions, an intelligence that's just as important in life. Number 12, Pisces. Pisces sitting at the bottom of the most to least intelligent list might raise an eyebrow, but don't let that fool you. Being 12th here is more about how you measure intelligence than any lack of smarts. Traditional rankings tend to favor analytical reasoning, problem-solving speed, or data-driven logic, areas where Pisces with their dreamy and intuitive nature don't always shine brightest on paper. First off, Pisces excel in the realms of emotional awareness and creativity. While they might not be the first to calculate complex equations or devise a strategic blueprint, they're often the ones who sense a friend's unspoken struggles or craft a melody that captures a feeling you didn't even know you had. Yes, Pisces can drift into daydreams, sometimes spending more time in what-if scenarios than what is. That dreamy quality might look like absent-mindedness in a conventional setting, but it's also what fuels their imagination. So, ranking Pisces last on a list of intelligent signs feels a bit unfair if you're only counting logical puzzles. In a world that sometimes moves too fast for anyone to pause and empathize, Pisces often serve as the compassionate heart, translating emotions into art, stories, or simply a comforting presence. Thanks for watching, and keep those brain gears turning.